Hello and welcome back to Cool Breeze, our weekly show where you get all the political buzz. Well, let's start with the Congress. As you know, their selection process for the next Indian Youth Congress president is underway. The Rahul Gandhi himself is taking a keen interest in this. He's been sitting in all the meetings, interviewing candidates, and in fact, candidates are very presently surprised to find Rahul is ready with the personal note about them, as well as he has interesting questions to ask about the ongoing political issues of the day, such as was the Congress right in boycotting the Ram Janmabhoomi ceremony in Ayodhya? What do the candidates think about the caste census, and so on. Interestingly, however, being the Congress, there has to be politics within politics. And sure enough, he suddenly found that during one of the exchanges, or rather during the entire process, there were some 8 9 candidates, because these are mostly group discussions. When asked who would you like to see as the next president or something, there was a sort of a consensus chorus among some very strategically placed individuals. I'm choosing my words carefully here, who were all lobbying for one person. That is the Indian National Youth Congress National General Secretary Purn Chandra Pandey, known as Coco Padhi, to be appointed as the next president. He was also the president of the Chhattisgarh unit of the Youth Congress earlier. So Rahul heard all this, didn't say anything, but after a while he turned around to KC Venugopal, who's the organizational national general secretary, and said, Venu, either this Coco person is very popular or he is a dictator. So KC Venugopal, this is from a source who was present there, he turned around and he looked at pointedly at B.N. Srinivas, who is the current IYC youth president, who had remained silent through all this, but the general feeling is that he wants to have an hold on the successor and wants a successor of his choice coming through, and he is behind all this. So Venugopal turned to B.N. Srinivas and said, perhaps this push is about Coco is more about making someone else here happy. So be careful, Congress, all this lobbying is being taken note of. But then, what is politics without some old-fashioned politicking? There is also the Congress central leadership. Let's talk about the coalition problems that it's having. As you know, the state elections are coming now. The problem before the Congress is, should it keep up with the coalition dharna and go along with the India alliance for the larger goal of defeating the BJP, or should it look after its own compulsions and try and promote make the local state units happy? For instance, in Haryana, where opinion polls and the general perception is Congress is poised for a comeback. Bhupender Hooda has been working very hard, and this really is his moment. But Rahul Gandhi and the central leadership is pushing for a tie-up with the Aam Aadmi Party. That will see a chunk of valuable seats going to an ally which doesn't even have a strong base in the state. So Hooda and mostly the state unit leaders are protesting, but the Aam Aadmi Party wants at least 9 seats. Now that's a large number. Congress may give 4 5. But the big question is, why is the Congress pushing for this? Congress, I think Rahul Gandhi is doing it to keep his main goal is machli ki aange ke BJP ko hatana at whatever cost, and then we'll deal with everything else. Plus, I guess they're hoping for a quid pro quo in Delhi. But having said that, what's probably going to happen is Aam Aadmi Party doesn't have a base in Haryana, so all the Congress leaders who see their seats going to Aam Aadmi Party will resign and contest on the Aam Aadmi Party ticket. So does that really help the Congress? In Maharashtra too, we are seeing a similar situation. Uddhav Thackeray, who is part of the Congress NCP alliance, was the CM of that alliance. He wants to be projected as the CM phase again, but the local Maharashtra unit Congress leaders are saying, we are a pan-Maharashtra party, why should we give the CM on a platter to Uddhav Thackeray? For now, the crisis seems to have been averted by everybody's agreed to say we'll contest without a CM phase. But Congress leaders are wary. Is there a behind the scenes assurance being given to Uddhav Thackeray? What will happen to them and their hopes? Because again, there the Congress alliance seems poised for a comeback. The third is, of course, about the BJP, but it is again about Maharashtra. Is Ajit Pawar becoming a persona non grata? If you remember, Ajit Pawar faction of the NCP won only 1 seat in the 5 that it contested in the Lok Sabha. Now that the assembly elections are coming, should they be given more seats? Person edging them out is not so much the BJP, but Eknath Shinde faction, which is also part of that Mahayuddhi alliance with the BJP. Eknath Shinde's people are, they're also saying that the space is the same space that everybody's fighting for. So they see themselves as a growing number 2 party and, a growing ally of the BJP. They want to edge Ajit Pawar out. Meanwhile, Ajit Pawar is also aware of this and not helping his chances. Recently, there was a scheme to help women. The Eknath Shinde had come up with the Mukhyamantri Majhi Ladli Bahena scheme. which was helping giving subsidies to the women, keeping the women vote bank in mind. But the NCP quickly came out with posters that had no face of any other leader, not the BJP and not the CM, who is Eknath Shinde's face also, the Mukhyamantri scheme hai, and only Ajit Pawar's face, and the slogan said कि Ajit Dada ने दिया है बहनों के लिए. Not unlike that Shivraj Singh Chauhan who won because of his Ladli Behna scheme as the mama image. So here Ajit Dada is helping his sisters. And no face of CM, no face of anyone else. So the Eknath Shinde faction has protested pretty loudly, and they are going around claiming that Ajit Pawar has lost his mojo and he should not be given any seats at all. So watch this space also. Lots of politics, state elections coming up. Watch this space. We'll come back with more every week. But for now, thank you for watching.